Captain Mike Gold watched the holographic display flicker as his ship's sensors struggled to penetrate the dense cosmic dust that gave the cloud its name. The Lucky Break, a retrofitted Hawthorne-class salvage vessel, drifted silently through the purple-tinged void, its ancient engines barely more than whispers against the backdrop of space. "Come on, girl," he muttered, tapping the console with calloused fingers. "Show me something good today." He'd been out here for 3 weeks, longer than usual, burning through oxygen and credits. Back on Redford 1, his berth fees were piling up, and Old Man Zhang would only extend his credit for so long before starting to make noise about selling Mike's home unit, even if it had been in his family for 2 generations. The sensor array pinged. Mike straightened in his chair, squinting at the readout. Most debris in the cloud was just that, debris. Fragments of ancient battles, lost cargo containers, or the occasional remnant of some foolhardy explorer who thought they could chart the uncharted. But this signature was different. Well, he whispered, enhancing the scan. The object was massive, at least destroyer class, and its hull composition. Mike frowned. The spectrographic analysis was going haywire, showing element combinations that shouldn't exist in nature. His heart began to race. After 15 years of salvage work, he knew what he was looking at: a Xeno Arch ship, the holy grail of salvage. The Lucky Break's floodlights illuminated the derelict as Mike brought his ship alongside. The alien vessel was beautiful in its otherworldliness, all sweeping curves and impossible angles, its hull shimmering with an iridescence that reminded him of the oil slicks in Redford 1's lower maintenance bays. But it was the material itself that made his salvage operator's heart skip a beat. Whatever this ship was made of, it wasn't anything in the standard periodic table. Mike ran another scan, this time focusing on structural integrity. The ship appeared intact, no obvious breaches. Even better, its internal atmosphere remained preserved. If he was lucky, there might even be tech inside, not just exotic materials. Exotic materials had been settled into place long before the fight between Pekakbaim and Shiawoke. He suited up methodically, double-checking every seal on his EVA suit. The cloud had a way of killing overconfident salvagers, and Mike hadn't survived this long by being careless. The cutting torch felt reassuring against his hip as he cycled through the airlock. The magnetic boots of his suit clanked against the alien hull as he approached what appeared to be an entry port. The metal beneath his feet sang with strange harmonics, resonating with each step in a way that made the hair on the back of his neck stand up. "Just focus on the payday," he muttered to himself, setting up his portable analyzer. The readings it gave him were astronomical. Just a single square meter of this hull material would set him up for months. The entire ship? He'd be able to buy his own station section on Redford 1. As Mike worked to bypass the ancient airlock mechanisms, he couldn't help but smile. After all these years of scraping by, of watching younger salvage operators strike it rich while he played it safe, he'd finally found his jackpot. The cloud, in all its mysterious glory, had finally smiled upon him. The airlock cycled open with a hiss of preserved atmosphere, revealing a corridor that seemed to drink in his suit lights. Mike took a deep breath and stepped inside, his analyzer already beeping with new discoveries. "Time to get rich," he whispered, and ventured deeper into the unknown. Thank you so much for listening to this story. I hope you enjoyed it a lot. If you did, please be sure to give it a like. Feel free to comment and share this story too. It helps the channel grow. Let's make this channel huge together.